This conference will now be recorded.
The second step we will discuss the function of the air, and third step we will discuss that how high dB sounds affects the air and hair lossing. So we will discuss all these three things, these three steps in detail. So like as all of you know, the air, the diagram, okay, from the diagram you can see. So the outer air, this one is pinna. That usually this is like the shape, the outer, that antenna type shape is that one you can see. So this is called pinna. And there from the pinna, inside there is a canal is extended to inside. So this is called air canal, and at the end of air canal there is a membrane, thin delicate membrane, that is called eardrum. And that eardrum is extended by, there is three type of bones, small bones are there. Like here you can see that I zoom it. Malleus, incus, and stapes. These three types small bones are there. Then after these bones, like from the eardrum to the outer ear, this is called outer ear. As to the pinna, this is called outer ear. And from the eardrum to the end of that one, small bones, so this is called middle ear. And then from the middle ear, the inside portion is called cochlea. So this cochlea is like a snail shape. Okay, actually cochlea is a, I think, Latin word or Greek word. It means snail. So they have like snail-like shape. So this is called cochlea. So now 1 minute, I have to this one. The main, we have to come to see this diagram now. Like the purpose of the first diagram was that it distribute the ear into three parts, like outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. I explain it. The outer ear is like from the pinna to till the membrane eardrum, and then from the eardrum to the last bone there is called this is middle ear, and then from the middle ear till the cochlea, and then the auditory nerves come. So this is called inner ear. And now we have to come to discuss detail the this. Yeah.
Okay, Abdulatif, by the restriction tube is in the middle of ear.
I will come now. I will explain you now here. Okay, you have to see now. Okay, in this end. Like that one that we can under, like that one is that the diagram was just okay. Like this diagram and that diagram are different from each other. Like it is the same thing, but in this the previous diagram they have divided air into three parts. So now like we have to come to see this is eardrum. You have understood already the main function. Okay, that this is small bones are there. Then from the bones, this is cochlea. Why I took this one, selected this diagram? Because in this diagram, the cochlea is very well explained. The now we like suppose the cochlea is like this is a tube-like structure, and this is like you can see the perilimb and endolimb. This perilimb is extended, okay, and they are in circular shape, and they are reaching, okay, that the other side is again reaching into the middle ear. So that one inner ear extended from the middle ear and that tube, and then it circulate and again it reach into the middle ear, and the endolimb, sorry, this one, the cochlea, the perilimb, that fluid is present. That perilimb fluid is like composed of what? That perilimb fluid is same like plasma, that what we have plasma in blood, and this one is neural fluid, like what we have fluid in the this one backbone, that what type of fluid we have. So that type of fluid, this is similar like that fluid. And that fluid, like I will come to this one, it will be explained properly in the function. So this is the fluid. So and inside that there is another tube, okay, and that they have all this one green like structure, that is called endolimb. And endolimb, there is a layer like this one is the below the red one. You can see that small this one cilia type hair like structure, that is called cilia. Imran Aslam, are you with me?
Yes,
Hello?
yes,
Yeah.
very right. Yes,
Please.
very right. Yes.
Yeah, so now we have to come to that how it works, okay, the function, okay. Now we will come, okay, how it will work. Now see, like everybody, in this step I will explain it in details, okay. This one just the first I want to give you a little bit brief about the air. So in the second step, like how it's functioning, so I will explain it. As of all of you, you know, what is sound? Sound is like it is a type of energy. It is a energy usually, like it is energy, and like we can sometimes taking their unit is hertz and dB. Okay, so this is a type of energy, and it can be transfer. Okay, like it can transfer from one place to another place. So sometime whenever like when we are getting sound, so this sound is enter into the auditory canal. Okay, it enter, and it enters and it strike with the eardrum, and the eardrum, they have the capability, like the sound, it's come always in frequencies. I have to explain it. It is in frequency, and as all of you know that our air is capability that 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, we can detect the sound. So any sound is having their frequency between 20 to 20,000 hertz, we can detect it. So frequency, I will explain you a little bit frequency also. Frequency means like number of vibration per second. Like how many vibrations are there in per second? So this is called frequency. So if vibration are more than 20 in 1 second, so this is 20 hertz. So that 20 hertz vibration we can detect it. So suppose like when waves enter into the air, it collide with the eardrum. So when it collide with the eardrum, so that it create vibration in the eardrum. Like suppose 20,000, like 1,000 hertz waves came and it collide with eardrum, so it will produce same like vibration in the eardrum, and the eardrum is attached by that small bones, malleus, incus, that these bones are attached. So what will happen, this the eardrum when start vibrations, the same vibration, that same frequency, it will start transfer to the bones. What is the function of the bones? That one is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that one kept him. This one is their main function is like amplifier. Amplifier means like they are like increasing their sound, like I believe like the frequency is the same, but the pitch is in the increasing. I think in the amplitude they are increasing, so their volume is increasing. So when it reach to here, okay, they have like up to here, when there is there the last one, the bone, they have the end, there is oval window, that oval window which lead to the internal air, inner air. Now when it the vibration reached here, okay, so it will vibrate, okay, the inner ear. In the inner ear there is thin membrane, and beside the thin membrane there is perillum fluid. So what will happen when this bone vibrates, so the same way, okay, it will produce movement in the fluid in the inner air. So this moment, okay, it will, when it the moment it will produce, so it will start and it will reach it to the in from the like from one side it will start and it will reach to the other side, like from the arrow maybe you can see, like from here it can start and it can go and it reach till this here. So that one is the moment, like the fluid start movement. Now inside when it start movement, so here in the middle there is the cilias are there. Hairs like structures are, they are called cilia. So when the fluid start moving, so in the same way the cilia is also start they are also motion. You are understanding that cilia is also starting motion. So now what's happened? Yes, please.
Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah. So now when the cilia is moves same like, so that cilia that transfer the same message to auditory nerves. Now what will happen? Like one thing you have to understand. In the first thing was what, like the sound waves came. It was sound energy. Okay. But when it reach here, the cilia start movement. Okay. So it convert that sound energy, like sound energy came into the fluid, and then the cilia when it start moving, so it convert that sound energy into this one is electrical, like electrical type, like you know, this one is how like electric waves, like how the brain
Electric flux.
electric flux. So that one is signal type. So then the same time this one cilia start moving motion, and that electric flux or electric waves, they are transferred to the through the auditory nerves to the brain, and then brain deciding that what type of sound. Then the brain is like deducting from that fluxes, that electric impulses, that what was the sound actual. So then brain is deciding. So this is like normal functions. The cilia function is like they are converting sound energy into electric impulse or electrical either something like some good word is there, like sound energy into electrical energy. So they are converting it, and in this way is the whole function is like the air is performing. So the main function, part of the air is like in eye is retina, in ear this is the inner ear, and the inner ear is especially that cilia are there, and the cilia are hair-like structure, and they are very thin and very very delicate. Like yesterday, Ishfaq said, we have he said tinnitus, that one of the air problem. So tinnitus, that the person is having a tinnitus, so he will get all with his one ear, he will like a ringing sound, buzzing sound, he will get it. So the main reason is there, okay, if someone is exposed for the long time or for some time, okay, that tinnitus is actually having many other causes, but one of the causes is also sound. So when someone is exposed to the tinnitus, so some of the cilia become damaged. The cilia, some of the cilia become damaged, so that then those cilia are cannot perform properly, and the cilia is, once the cilia are damaged, then it is impossible that they have to be like cured, like there is no possibilities there. So then that person is throughout the year he will be having tinnitus. And like another thing is there, like why, like if a sound is more than 140 dB, so like if someone is exposed to more than 140 dB, so like 140 dB sound will come. So this 140 dB means high energy sound, very very high energy sound. So when it reach to the eardrum, and then it pass through the bone, and then to the inner ear, and the same way that fluid with high speed, with high energy, it start motion. So when it start with high speed, it start motion, so it a result the same way that in high speed that cilia also start motioning, and due to result there is more possibilities there that cilia has to become damaged, or all the cilia has to become damaged permanently, and the person has to become permanent, he has to lose permanent hair, he has to be like affected by permanent hair loss. So this is one of the like the high intensity sounds, like high dB, more than 140 dB. They can completely like making person completely permanent hair lossing. So this is the things. If anyone is having any question, okay, I have to add some other little bit also for your knowledge, that the inner ear, this is fluid that you can see from here, okay, like perilymph and endolymph. This fluid is also helping in body balancing. How the body balancing, like it is like when you move up and down, so this sidewise or up and down, so what it will happen, the same way this one fluid is moving, the motion is also that fluid move from one place to another place. So what will happen, the same way the cilia is also, when the fluid is moving, so cilia is also, they are starting motion. So when the cilia is moving, the same way they are sending electric impulses to the brain, like in one direction. When you move, so the fluid will move in one direction, so that particular cilia will move with that direction, so it will send the impulses to the brain. Yes, the head is like now in this direction, right direction, up and up direction, down direction. So this is the cilia is the most important part of the air, like it helps in balancing, it helps in converting sound, what we are getting sound energy converting into impulses, electric impulses. So this is the main thing. The other part, if there is anything, like yesterday we were having one question, the answer was I'm like, we have the name is something like neuro something was there, so that was related to totally to the
Sensory neural.
Yeah, the same thing. So this one was related to the here, this one cilia related. So if anyone is having any question or you want me to explain it again somewhere else, okay, so I can explain it again, or someone is having questions, so I will try my level best.
Yes, and one
Uh,
thing in my knowledge that the ear has, mashallah, has a two function like hearing and balancing as well. So it's very nice.
Yes, yes.
Before that, I didn't don't know about that. It's very nice, good information.
if someone, let's suppose, got injury and is, this tympanic membrane, eardrum, is it possible to recover?
There is, but it is depend upon Ishfaq. Okay, it is depend upon the like sometime like it is you will like it will be not like 100%. Like if depend upon if their eardrum is 20% damage or 30% damage, so it will work, but it will be not like the previous type. You understand? It will be not like it depend upon the injury, like how.
This yes. I was just searching about this tympanoplasty. I think nowadays they are removing the whole eardrum and they are installing the new eardrum.
Yeah, Ishfaq bhai, yeah, this is true. Yeah, they are replacing now.
Yes,
It should
this
be possible.
tympanoplasty. This
But
tympanoplasty, they are just opening the whole ear.
the chances of success are 50-50.
See, like
Yes,
we have to tell, I have to tell you something about those things. Okay, like heart transplantation is also that mechanical heart is also there. Okay, maybe you heard a year or 2 year back in Karachi there was heart transplantation. Mechanical heart was they were transplanting artificial hearts, but there the successful ratio that as Mohammad Asar Bhai said, okay, it is very low. It will be like. What I know like about those things, okay, like if you have your own organ, it is working 60%, okay. So like doctors are not recommending for any other like alternatives. So natural is natural, but the one thing is there if cilia is damaged, so there is like there is no treatment that no alternative for cilia is there. That is what I know.
Thank you, Latif bhai. Very well explained. Thank you very much.
Okay, the one question Safety Newton asked about that is incus is used for the balancing as well or not? Incus, like a center bone, three
The
bones.
center bone, like the center bones incus, that one is now the balancing. For balancing is only see the balancing portion is totally in the inner ear, like what like I read it okay throughout my course and all those things, okay. So it is the inner ear. How the balancing I explain you, when you move your head right and left side, so the same time this one is the fluid is there, they also start to move it. There is like it is like such like a shape this I have to explain you, like one is a superior, one is posterior, and one is lateral. These three type that when inner air they have three type of canals are there. One is posterior, one is lateral, and one is superior. So like I can say this one is like three direction they have like three direction canal. So when you move your head one side, so in one canal the fluid will move. So the cilia for that particular canal, okay, it will move. Then the brain is realizing that the head is toward the left side. And if, like for simple, okay, for your understanding, okay, Imran Aslam bhai, the inner air and the fluid is the responsible for body balancing. I have not heard about the incus bone, but only the fluid is the main responsible portion. The incus is the only one. Only they are transferring that when the incus, their function is their amplifier function. Amplifier means they are increasing the sound volume. You are increasing. Like maybe Ishfaq, this one is when you are amplifying any sound, okay, so their amplitude should be increased, right? The wavelength should remain the same, but amplitude will be increased, right?
Yes, once you increasing the amplitude, the sound load is increasing.
So this the function is only that when there what I have studied. Okay, so this is they are only increasing the amplitude, means the load they are increasing. Anyone is having other thing?
Oh, it's very nice. It's clear, all the things.
Like in I have one thing in eyes, there is retina, like the most important parts of the ear and the eye are always in backside. So the retina is in eye is backside, the image formation is taking place there, and here is the ear is cilia. Okay.
Yes, addition to this, if you remember the eyes function and this respiratory, these three systems are important for the exam. So if you remember and can discuss it now, so I think this three things will be not covered in this lecture.
Eye structure.
Yes, eye function and structure, and in this respiratory system, these three
Okay,
systems are important for the exam.
okay, I will do it. I will. This one is respiratory, and I will do it now. Okay, so I have. Let me to search. This one is a Google respiratory structure. Okay, so then it will be like you will all understand. Okay. See, I have to explain this one is respiration. All of you, are you able to hear me? Ishfa?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know how to this one. This one.
Just go to the this window and you check the snipping tool and you cut it and paste in the desktop and then open it.
Driving tools.
Just go to the search. No, back. Yes. Open the previous window.
Okay.
Yes. Now go to this window downside. This search downside. دا سر دی دغه ته لاړ شي د لاندې وینډو چې کومه ده د وینډو دا نښه لیفټ سایډ ته لیفټ سایډ دغه کې سرچ کې سنیپینګ ټول ورکړه یا ها واو دې کې سنیپینګ ټول ولیکه
څه
سنیپینګ ټول سنیپینګ اس ان آی دا دا نیو وځ دغه یو ګوت تصویر به یو ګوت کېده او د لاندې ګوت ته راغله دا کینسل کړئ نه دا نیو وځ د تصویر په دې دا پښه راغله دا دی خو دا ګوت میټینګ دا او د تصویر به یو ګوت کېده په دې بره ګوټه د لاندې ګوت له راوړل لیفټ نه رائټ ته تاسو پریکټس نه څنګه چې کرافټینګ خلک
دا څنګه نوم تاسو یاد کړل اول
سنیپینګ ټول د لاندې د قرنچي شته دی د وینډو کې کولاو ده
هذا new
نیو
draw the
دا
cursor
ګوټ میټینګ کې
around it.
راشي دا ګوټ دا وینډو مینیمایز کې راو سر دا کینسل کړه دا وینډو مینیمایز کې دا ګوټ میټینګ بنا راځي لږ سمال کړی مې چې تصویر ښکارېدو که نه
زه اوس ښکاري درته
اوس صحیح شو اوس مې بل ټول کلاو دی شته دی د لاندې قرنچي شته دی دا لږ موو کې دی تصویر نه لږه خوا کې او صحیح شو زه د تصویر نه لږه خوا کې که نه دا تصویر یې پناه کړو اوس دغه شان تصویر کراپ کو غونډ داسې غونډ تصویر ودې یو ګوټ باندې کېږي دغه شان دی راکاږي ایوه اوس فایل د لاړ شه سیو کړه په ډیسکټاپ باندې
شپږ زه کمپیوټر سره دونه نه یم عادت یې زه بهرحال څه وشول
اوس یې میکزیمایز کړي نو اوس به فل غټ شي
see respiration see there is like a difference between respiration and breathing. Like most of the people they are considering breathing as a respiration, but respiration and breathing is totally different from each other. Respiration is just the process like when we have to take oxygen and that oxygen reach to the cells, and the cells there is already glucose is available is there from the food, and then the oxygen in the that glucose burns in the presence of oxygen, so they produce energy and carbon dioxide. So this process is called respiration. And breathing, like taking oxygen and taking out carbon dioxide, this is called breathing. So this is the one difference that Ishbak, you have to understand that the main difference is breathing and respiration. And the respiration like how it is starting from the like we have like we are taking air through nose and mouth. So first of all, when we take like in the nose, we have their hairs and moisture. Our nose is almost moisture all the time. So the function of the hair and the moisturization is that it strips the foreign particles to enter into the lungs. So this is the most important. Some people are like they are fed up from the nose hair, but actually this is a gift of Allah that it prevents the dust particle to enter to the lungs. Now what it will happen when we take the like in human body there are two lungs, like the left and right lungs. So when we take the oxygen, so in the neck, in the throat, there is like two pipes are there. One is called vent pipe. That vent pipe is called trachea, and the another pipe is called put pipe. So that is called that is leading to the stomach. So this trachea is dividing into the two portion. One is that one. 1 minute, I already opened one window for that here. So I will explain also trachea properly. Ishfaq, are you able to see this diagram?
Yes.
Yeah. See, now the windpipe is really, the windpipe is actually called trachea, and trachea is like they have the function. Okay, that this is the pathway of transportation of gases. Like it is made of cartilage. Cartilage, all of you know, it is like it is made of cartilage. So the purpose of the cartilage, it has to be like, suppose when we are sleeping or something, okay, so it has not to be collapsed, and we have like it is like everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made perfect in human body. Like it has not to be like all throughout the life it has to be open, so that is why it is made up from cartilage. So trachea lead into two branches. That two branches are called bronchi. Like one is bronchi, this one two, it divide into two branches. So this is called bronchi, and then the bronchi split into many branches, that is called bronchioles. Like trachea into bronchi, and bronchi into small branches, that is called bronchioles, and then bronchioles leads to the alveoli. Alveoli is the area, alveoli is grapes like structure, and alveoli is like it is the area where its gases transportation is taking place. Like in the last time when we were studying, some other chapter was there, okay, so like they are like when you are like the tip, I believe that Imran Aslam by present one chapter, he prepared a lecture for one chapter that was related, that one is human body temperature. So in this there we also discuss now. So what it will happen when we have to take oxygen through the nose or mouth, it will enter to the trachea, then from trachea it will reach to the bronchi, then from bronchi to bronchioles, and bronchiole let it open into the alveoli, and alveoli are the area or the place. It is like I will draw, alveoli up to here. Okay, alveoli, I have to, it is very interesting, but let me to find their diagram. Ishfaq, dagi sinu mo snapping tool.
Sleeping tools.
Now it is what I was looking for that. Okay, so now I have got it. Okay, now see, I will explain it. Okay, now from the beginning. Like oxygens enter through the mouth or nose, it reach to the trachea, then from the trachea divide into two branches, and that each branch is called bronchi, and that bronchi further divide into small branches, they are called bronchioles, and that bronchioles at the end it open to that the important structure, the important part of the lungs, and the basic unit of the lung is alveoli. So this is alveoli like shape, this is air sacs. Like you can see that air sacs, and these air sacs is surrounded by capillaries. That the red one you can see that is called artery, and the blue one it is called veins. And then when these veins are subdivided into small, this one thin, that is called capillaries. So Ishfaq, you have to understand this one, the circulatory system, three things. One is artery. Artery, they are taking blood from the heart to the body parts, and veins they are taking blood from the heart, from the body to towards the heart, and then when that artery break, that one further subdivided, that is called capillaries, and that one end of the capillaries is leading from the artery, and then it get combined in it making like it joining with the vein. So it is a, why it is called circulatory system. Like now you can see that one is blood, like like in this blue shape, the blue shape vein. In the blue shape vein, the carbon dioxide blood which from the body, they are coming to the alveoli. So when it reach to the alveoli, so what it will happen here is diffusion is occurring. When diffusion is occurring, so carbon dioxide is diffused inside the alveoli sacs, and oxygen from the alveoli inside it diffuse into the capillary, and then it enter into the artery, and then it reach towards the heart. So the function is here. I will explain it once again how it's functioning. In our body there was respiration taking place, carbon dioxide is produced, and finally that carbon dioxide reached to the lungs. When it reached to the lungs, so through the veins, and this veins, blue veins, is further subdivided to the small this one network, this one is, that is called capillaries. That it divide that vein divided into capillaries. So now what it will happen from here in the capillary, the carbon dioxide concentration is high as compared to the inside. So from here in the capillaries, the carbon dioxide will diffuse inside the alveoli, and it will move out. Now from the upper, we have taken already oxygen, and oxygen already reached to alveoli, and the alveoli, inside the alveoli, the oxygen concentration is more, so it will absorb in the capillary, and it will move in the artery, and it will reach to heart, and then the heart will distribute it. Ishfaq, are you understanding? Muhammad Asghar bhai?
Yes,
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 sir,
yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Long time
like
ago, the same thing you explained, but that time this images was not available.
yeah.
Yes,
So
Abdulatif bhai, one thing is that you are mentioning about that we are taking oxygen, uh,
yeah,
but how can we are taking the CO2 or carbon dioxide, but we are taking oxygen. That
no,
is the blue. These blue lines are oxygen or CO2.
now
I
see this, the
so
blue, Imran Aslam bhai, you have to understand this blue is vein, the red is artery. Okay, the blue
okay.
is vein. Okay, the blue is vein. They are bringing carbon deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means carbon dioxide concentrated blood. They are bringing from the body, and this one blue one is bringing carbon dioxide from the body. And here, when it reached to the capillary, see that one is blue one is now further subdivided into small. This one is called capillaries. So when it let's skip. See, this is a like this is a one, like you can say this is one pipe is coming, that one large pipe is coming, it divided into small branches, and then small branches lead into again to the large pipe. So this is two pipe, this is one, and this two is disconnected with through the small pipe, that is called capillaries. So now in this veins the
Sir,
deoxygenated, yes please.
this blue line is coming from the body.
Yeah, this one
Yes.
is like blue. This is actually it is coming from the heart, like it is a
Yes,
vein.
yes, sir.
Yeah, it is arising now. Here it is like a see in the human in a circulatory system. There are three things are there. One is heart, and that heart is like the blood is transportation, like carbon dioxide, oxygenated blood when the heart is transporting. So that is called artery, the red one. And when it returns back to the heart, that is called veins. So here is like from Ishfaq, I have to explain you furthermore. See, I will explain you the procedure how this it will work. You have to be concentrated, all of you. See, like someone want to do hard job, or someone want to do the climbing, someone want to running job. Okay, what it will happen? We have already like someone took the meal at the daytime. Okay, so that meal converted into carbohydrate. That carbohydrate converted into glucose. Now glucose is available in the blood. It is always be available in the blood. So when someone want to running, so what will happen? That that muscles, what we have the muscles, they need energy. So when they need energy, so from where they will get the energy? when that glucose burn, so that when the glucose will burn, okay, so then the energy will be produced and then the muscle will be utilized. So what will happen for that glucose burning? We need oxygen. So oxygen is like coming inside into the lungs, and then the oxygen is diffusing into the alveoli. From the it reached alveoli, and from alveoli it entered to the artery, and then from artery it reached to the muscle side, the body side. So there it combined with the glucose, and the result carbon dioxide and energy is produced. Energy is utilized by the muscles, and again that carbon dioxide is sending towards the heart. So then the heart again they are sending this deoxygenated blood to the alveoli, and again the exchange of gases is occurring. So simple point is there, the alveoli is the part where the gases exchange take place. So from this one is like in the blue vein from the heart is coming, extending to the alveoli, to the lungs and alveoli, and here it is bringing the deoxygenated blood, means carbon dioxide concentrated blood. When it reaches to here, and it that capillaries, from the capillaries the oxygen carbon dioxide concentration is more, so it diffuses inside the alveoli. And already that when oxygen came from the outside, and inside the alveoli their concentration is more, so it diffuses into the capillary, and again this circle will go like it is, like you can see this on the pathway. This blue line is coming, they are bringing deoxygenated blood, means carbon dioxide blood. Here is the carbon dioxide is diffused, oxygen entered, and then again it will go to the heart. It is like a metro, like someone is coming from one stop, they reach, this is the stop, here they drop, and a new passenger will come, and then again it will go. So this is the procedure, it will be continue.
Very nice, Abdulatif bhai. But one thing is about that, considering this picture, if now the what diseases or problems started if this CO2 from the body is not reaching properly to the alveoli, or converting the blood that going to the muscle to another part of the body. So what will happen in any type of disease
Yeah,
of this function? Yes.
I have to tell you, there is a lot of things that is there, and I can discuss with you in briefly. Okay, see, first of all, you have to remember, like heart and lungs, they are interrelated with function. Like why that one, like when you do start running, okay, so why heart is pumping more? The pumping reason is there. Okay, your muscle needs more energy, and that energy require oxygen. They are required, like for that, in a like a burning process required oxygen, and oxygen from where they will get it from lungs. So same like from here, okay, when heart start pumping more, so it will draw that oxygen blood from the alveoli with very fast ratio, and it will supply to the muscles. Now what will happen, some people is having I will discuss it here first, the heart related disease with this one. Like, have you heard about that when some people say this one is someone is having heart attack? Okay, so heart attack is like not that much like that if some if any person is having history in their family, okay, Ishbaq,
Yes, I'm listening.
Ishbaq, okay, so I want to not to, but if someone is having family history, okay, this one is blockage of walls or something is there in the heart, okay, so they have to be like careful from the beginning. They have to to do the echo, that is called echocardiogram. They have to do it before. They have to also to be careful with their lifestyle. So their treatment is heart attack. The causes, their treatment is very easy. That is possible. But heart failure treatment, it is not possible. Like Ishfaq, I will explain that Sanulama that recently died. Okay, so he was having heart failure problem. So it is like your heart is not working properly. So that time you cannot, like, if your body need more energy, but your heart is not working properly to provide him oxygen properly, so your heart will start more work. It will pumping, okay, like their beating reach will 180, 200, 200 plus, but it will be not enough to supply the oxygen to the muscles, to the muscle cells, that they have to produce energy for their self. So this is one is related, that one is the heart. But here is the lungs are there, okay. So lungs related injuries are there. Like we have to be like careful, whenever we have to take that one carcinogen, some things are there. So that alveoli, they are very delicate organ, very delicate organs. So once it become damaged, it is also like their care is there, okay, but you have to like protect it from this one is harmful gases and smoking and all those things, okay. So they are damaging the alveoli cells, and especially the capillaries are there. Imran Aslam bhai.
Yes, yes, I understand. Oh, okay, it means that if anybody has a chronic lung disease and his lungs are not properly functioned, then maybe he's now his heart is pumping more and his heart is now working more, and once time maybe he will die because of his chronic disease or because of failure of his lungs or damages of his lungs. So it is interconnected with the heart. So I
See,
understand this. Yes.
yeah, see, this one is heart and this one is, and what I explained, okay, that that heart is related to, connected to the lungs, they have to supply oxygen. So like
Yes.
when you have heart problem, okay, so heart will do it like that. But when you have a lungs problem, so you are most of the people, their body is not like this COVID-19, okay, what it was happening, why the people are dying, that the reason is there that our body situation, that for 90 minimum 92% body saturation should oxygen saturation should be there in the blood. When you see when your oxygen saturation down from 92 to 70 and then 40 50, so alternatively that your body require more oxygen, that they have to like the COVID-19 patient is always there laying, okay, they are not advising that they have to run and they have to be laying on bed because their body has not to use too much energy. So most of the portion, like in COVID-19, what happened, okay, when somebody body that when oxygen saturation fell down up to 70%, this means that his 30% lungs is destroyed. You
Yes.
understood, Imran Aslam
Yes.
bhai?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is
Yes.
the oxygen. So when your lungs are not able, that there is some disease are there, so you will be having your oxygen saturation, it totally fell down, and that is the most important thing. Some other, like most of the respiratory disease, what it will happen, your oxygen saturation it will down, and when it will down oxygen saturation, so your body will not perform. Even you cannot talk, even like
Hmm.
COVID-19, someone is patient is having asthma, so even if you have to start to talking with them, they are unable to talk also. So this is the disease are there. So
Yeah.
COVID-19 is also this one destroying that one. It is affect the alveoli. They are totally destroying, and that some people they are for a long time they are smoking, so that is also affecting that one alveoli. And there are a lot of
Okay.
diseases are there. Okay, so they can affect it.
Yeah. Okay. It's very nice. Good elaboration. Wonderful.
Ishfaq, you have anything?
It's very clear, sir. Thank you. Can we go for the eye now?
You want me to explain it heart here with you, or just already we have done it? I will give you also some little bit example of heart because we were having in one chapter, it was there when we were discussing. Okay, so I will also explain you the heart little bit, just only little bit view. See, the one thing is that you have to you have to understand respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is the process in which glucose molecule break down in the presence of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water. Like glucose molecule will produce carbon dioxide. When it burns in the presence of oxygen, it will produce carbon dioxide and water. So it is in the tissues. So then what it will happen, these carbon dioxide will reach again to alveoli and it will come out. Okay, and the same way, the more oxygen required for respiration, it will come into, so this process will be involved. So now, like if someone's body is having like they are doing regular like hard job as there, so their heart rate will be always high. Like when we are running, okay, I have a simple question. During the running, our heartbeat is reach up to 150, 160 that one is pulses per minute. So why it is reaching? Ishfaq, you have any idea about this one? Ishfaq, Imran Aslam bhai. Hello.
I think
Sir,
yes, yes,
can
we are listening.
uh,
I think
can you
maybe the
repeat your question?
heart is working more because and pulse rate is high.
No, our body need more energy. That's why the heart is, the body need for the this respiration. We need oxygen because if our body need more energy. For that, we need this. What is the reaction? I forgot its name. Uh, what is the name of this reaction?
Respiration.
It is no. Once we take the oxygen inside, and this reaction is occurring. One is
See, I have
photosynthesis, and another.
one is photosynthesis and one is respiration. So respiration is metabolism, like it is taking that it is called anabolism and metabolism. So this is
Metabolism
catabolic.
starts,
Uh,
but maybe this is my concept. The metabolism reaction, enhance. For that, we need more oxygen. That's why the heart pumping more blood to take oxygen from the lungs for that reaction to reach up to the cell.
Yes, exactly. So that is Imran Aslam bhai. What it will happen, when we are running, our heart rate is increasing. The reason is that like heart is more pumping. They are drawing, they are pulling more oxygenated blood from
Yes,
the lungs to push it
got
into
it.
the muscle. You got my point? Like because
Yes,
there
yes,
is more energy is required. So like that is why the heart is like when we are sleeping. So at that time our heart is like normal, it between 60 to 72, it's normal, that one pumping. But when we are running, so they need more energy, and for more energy oxygen is more required, so the heart is pulling more oxygen, so for that they need more pumping. Clear?
yes. Now clear. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice.
So this is the one.
Okay.
And we have discussed last time in one discussion, Ishfaq, that one why we are our bodies having our body temperature is 98 centigrade and 98.6. In our body is always there is chemical reaction is occurring. So due to that chemical reaction, that when you are an engineer chemical, so that when heat is producing in the surrounding, and that is our body's average heat. So this is 98.6 centigrade. That is something that is the or body heat. So that is one thing, and I have to add one thing for your general knowledge and also for here. See, that one is when we take 1 gram carbohydrate, 1 gram carbohydrate, okay, like carbohydrate,
Yes,
Imran Aslam and Mohammad Asghar Bhai, they include bread, they include
yes,
potato, wheat, and all those things they are
yes,
included. Yeah, so when you take it
yes,
1 gram of carbohydrate, it will give you 4 joules energy. It will give you 4 joule energy. You got my point?
yes,
4
yes.
joule. So
4 joule.
yeah, and if
Yes,
and one
yes.
gram oil and 1 gram oil, they are providing 9 joule energy. Sorry, 9 calories. Sorry, 9 calories and 4 calories. In 1 gram of carbohydrate is having 4 calories, and 1 gram of oil or fats having 9 calories. So in this way, our human body, like if suppose normal routine like office work or something, so it depend upon that one is body. Like someone is having 90, around 90, or if suppose someone is having 80 kg weight, so they will be usually require 200 calories energy per day, 2000 calories energy per day to work properly, to like to do the job. So that is like 2000 energy. So from where we can get it? If suppose someone is taking like 100 gram of carbohydrate they have to take in it, so they will get it like 400 joules energy. If someone is taking like 100 gram of oil they have to take it, so he will get 900 joules energy. So why someone people when they are going on dieting, okay, they are advising they have to stop like food, okay, something, okay, so they have to reduce their intake calories. So like if suppose I am going to diet, okay, I'm like right now I'm having like 94 95 kg weight, okay, so whenever I'm going to diet, so I have my own body index is there, so I have not to consume more than 2000 calories. So then this way then I have to see like in per day I have not to take more than 100 gram of carbohydrate, and the same ratio I have to totally stop oil. So all those things we have to stop it. So these are the these are the basic things are there, like tomato and this one, what is this one, carrot and all those things, they have per 100 gram they have only 20 calories. So if someone is going to diet, that is the most important thing. But this one is you have to remember like 1 gram of carbohydrate they are giving 4 calories, and 1 gram of oil they are giving 9 calories energy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It means
We have,
that if you are, it means that if you are on a daily basis go above the 2000 calories, like 3500 and 4000 and 3000 every day, so it means that you are increasing your weight in terms of fats, and like that your body weight will be increased. Yes.
exactly, your body will be, you know, this one is the same way, like when it is increasing, so it is I think 35,000 calories, it is almost 1 pound. Like when you have to take 70,000 calories or 7,000 something is there, so it is like you have to, it is like making 1 kg fat in your body. So exactly what you said, when you are increasing above that, what your body index is there, okay, there is so when you're increasing from that, like suppose someone is having like I'm having a weight 95 kg. If I'm increase up to 2000 calories, if I have to take it, it will be my weight. It will be normal. But if someone is having weight is 50 kg and he has to take it 2000 calories, so gradually he will gain the weight regularly. His weight will be increasing.
Okay, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to discuss with I, right?
Yes.
Ishfaq, what was the name?
Snipping tool.
now this one is we have to discuss eye. See, the eye is like one is the first Ishbaqi and Imran Aslam by Muhammad Asghar by. If you can see this one, the
Yes.
front side, and this is the back side. So the most and the most important area is the back side. The front side is also that is the most important, but the back side, especially this retina, it is membrane. So like you can see that the eyeball is there. Okay, like here this one is like when we can see the your eyes. Okay, so there is round black portion is there, that is called pupil. Like when you watch the light, like when you are like towards the light, okay, so it will become decrease, but in night time it will become increase. So this is called pupil. You are understanding?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. I think this is also increasing in decreasing in diameter once you are looking far and near.
Yes, it is totally. So it is allowing the light. Okay, then there is the that is the one, the black one, that increasing and decreasing, that is called pupil, and surrounding the pupil that brown this one the muscles. Okay, this one the muscles, that the whole is called pupil, but the muscle surrounding that muscle is called iris, and the whole that one thing is called cornea. The whole shape is called cornea, and there is one thin membrane is there, that is called lens. Normal lens are there. This is lens inside the lens. So this is like what it will happen when lights enter through the pupil. Okay, it pass through the lens, and when it pass through the lens, so Ishfaq, this one is two type of lenses are there. One is diverging and one is converging, right?
Yes, sir. One is converging, one is diverging.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like when the
Converging,
light, yeah.
converging
So
lens is, focus the lights on one point, and
yes, okay.
diverging, it spread the light.
Yes. So what it will happen when light enter through the pupil, okay, and see this one pupil, it will be like everywhere, okay, like when you have to see that one is the body, that it is like something like you will surprise, like when you can see to the intensity, high intensity of the light, so this pupil will decrease. So what it will happen, that light has not to damage backside the retina. The retina is one of the most important part. Thin, delicate membrane is retina. So it will become closed. When the intensity of light is less, it will become open. So when you see, when you are looking towards the sunlight, so it will allow little amount of like light to pass through to reach the backside. So through pupil, lights are coming, okay, that suppose two lights are entering, and then the pupil, passing from the pupil, there is lens, and then this lens is converging this light into the backside. This is, as this you can see, this is retina. This is retina. This one membrane, thin membrane is there. This is called retina. It is like a sheet where that one's like the light pulse, so it converge into the retina. So there in the small shape of the object is forming here, but it will be inverted. So here is the image is forming in the retina, and then retina is connected with the optic nerves, and then these optic nerves taking the message to the brain, and the image what here is formed, it is very small, very small, but that one is when it take the like everything is having their own calculation, like how computer is having calculation. So same way they have their own calculation. So then that small image, that one message, that impulses that take optic now they are taking to the brain, and then brain that correct the image, and they are giving him the original shape to the image. You got my point, Imran? Mohammad Asghar bhai, are you with
Yes. Yes.
us?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
So
Very right.
simple is the, yeah, simple is the image formation. Light is passing from the pupil, this one small thin window. Here is the lens. the lens is what it happens. What is the function of the lens? It converging the light. Converging means two lights are passing, so they are in one point. That point is called focal point. That is called focal point. So they are converging the two lights in one point. So when these lights, that it is physics phenomenon. So when these lights cross each other, there is the image forming. Like how the image formation is taking place, like when we were in 9th standard and 10th standard, so there was the image formation was there in the lens. So it is same like, so what it is now, what it's happening, like most of the problem what we are having, okay, here is the lens problem. So lens now, before they were opening the whole eye and they have like there they have to put cuts and they have to put lens inside. But now they have like new technologies there, just in one syringe, okay. Let's say the lens is coming in the form of fluid and they are putting it in, injecting like injection, and they are making that is one lens. There are a lot of diseases are there with this one, the eye related, okay. And the reason is also too many, but one is the main one is the lens one. And if suppose in the work site, okay, if someone was to get the their inside is the fluid, if someone is getting hit on the eye, so what it will happen, okay, in the if the retina is damaged, retina is very thin membrane, elastic thin membrane. So when retina is damaged, so either the person will lose permanent eyesight, or partially eyesight he will lose it. Ishfaq, clear, or you have some question?
Yes, sir, clear. And I have one question. Let's suppose if we have some eyesight, short eyesight, and
Yeah, short and long
what is the
eyesight.
problem? What is that?
See, this one is short and long eyesight, okay. I have to explain, Ishfaq. This is most of the people, okay, that what I understood, it is that when the eyeball, okay, that sometimes it become like cylinder like shape. You got my point, Ishfaq? Like from the normal shape, okay, their shape become change, okay. So what it will happen, like suppose their everything is perfect for in that person, their retina is perfect, their lens is perfect, but still he's having some eyesight problem he's having, so that he's not able to see. So in this condition is what, like if suppose this is normal eye, and if a person is having eyesight problem, so in that person the eyeball maybe it will become elongated, little bit more elongated, like the length it will be increased, the retina and the lens, the length is increasing. So what it will happen at that time, the lens is converging the light before the retina, so then the image is not forming on the retina. So that time what we have to do, we have to put either a lens or either we have to use glass. So when we have to use particular glass, so that glass is there converging that particular on retina. Like when we are changing like when you have to go to the doctor, okay, so you have to check the eyesight. Yes, your eyesight is weak, then they have to check one by one that one lens, that which one is perfect. So when they have to come to that one particular lens, that which actually suitable for their eyeball, that they are converging the light exactly on retina, so there you can see properly on that lens. Ishfaq, you got my point?
Yes, sir.
It means that there is an issue in a lens, not in a retina. When your eyesight is weak,
That is not an issue. Like in young age, okay, some people is having that one eyesight problem, okay. So that is the eyeball become elongated. Elongated means it become like Ishfaq, can you, there is any other words for elongated? ये क्या हो जाता है, थोड़ा सा लंबा हो जाता है ना, राउंड से राउंड शेप में थोड़ा सा, तो ये थोड़ा सा बीजवी शक्ल का हो जाता है.
Okay, like a egg.
Yeah, like an egg, elongated. So वो क्या हो जाता, so what it happens, so at that time the normal lens, your own lens, they are converging the light before, because they have the lens is they have their own capacity. So like in normal eye, what are having their lens is capacity, okay, like suppose they have some 10 millimeter or 20 millimeter, they have capacity to diverge at that point, that suppose like I'm just saying from the lens to the retina, I suppose is 20 millimeter, but when it become elongated, so the distance is now 25 millimeter. So now what it will happen, the lens will converge the light before the retina, because their capacity is 20, so the image will not form on the retina, and it will form before the retina. So the retina is the only portion where the image can be formed. So in this case you have to use glasses, or you have to change the lens.
Okay,
Clear?
it means that, yes, clear. It means that some people use the lenses instead of any glasses. So they
Yes.
put their lenses, and these lenses are functioning same functioning of as you explained earlier. Okay.
Yeah, it is same function, because like see this their own natural lens is like suppose in 20-meter distance, okay, 20 millimeter distance. When you push artificial lens, okay, the doctor will calculate, okay, so he will say no, you are that is elongated up to 25, so he will put that type of range of lens, so he will focus then according to that one, according to their function. So then he will focus, then that lens will focus on 25, so it will be exactly on the retina. In any conditions, doctor want that your eye, this lens to focus the image on exactly retina. So it depends upon the people who is having more elongated, less elongated, or someone is having shrinkage. You got my point, okay? So it will be
Yeah.
opposite, like someone is having shrinkage, so it will be opposite. So this is the main reason. Ishfaq, you have any other question?
No, so this was my question because I have, eyesight problem.
Yeah, Ishfaq, but
Okay, man, and so, I read somewhere that after the age of 40, your eyesight will be deteriorated. Your eyesight will be. I think I read it in years and other. I don't know, but I read age
yeah,
of 40. Yes.
I have to tell you, Imran Aslam, okay, that aging factor is everywhere involved, okay? Even in your heart, your lungs, and your eyes, and your air, everywhere is the aging factor is there. In air aging factor, your man, this air drum, it will affect it become rigid. And eye is your aging factor is there. Your most of the time that you have to change the lens it will become not that much that the capacity it will last, or either your eye it will become elongated more. So these are the factors. There are a lot of factors, but yes, there are some people are there that in my own family that we have one person and almost above 90 and without using glasses.
Okay.
She can read Quran and everything without using glasses.
Okay.
So it is their aging factor is everywhere. Okay, when you have to be, it is not above the 40. It's almost starting after 30 years. That's why that most of the fast bowler they start retiring from the cricket after 30 years.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Do you have any other
And
question?
no, no, it's clear. Eyes clear now. Very nice. Yeah.
So this is the main thing, and this is the see, and the all the things you have to be focused. One thing, okay, in human brain, we have body coordination. Our body is two type of coordination is there. One is through neuron, and one is through hormones. So that neuron, that one is the optic nerve. They are taking message to the brain, and then brain are doing their calculation. Same from the air cilia, they are bringing to the messages to the brain. Then brain are deciding. So all the whole body is controlling by brain. Imran Aslam bhai,
Yes.
everything
Yes.
is
Yes.
controlled by brain. So that
Yeah.
is, yeah. So
So it's my desire. One thing can we discuss about the lower back structure like L1, L2, L3, and S1, S2, S3 is a number of categories, discs, and like that. If you have any remembrance, then we can discuss it later, or otherwise you can
We will discuss later
repeat.
because I have
Okay.
not that much idea. Because I will ask
Okay.
about those things. You have to write to me something what you have. Okay, I will ask if it is not related to our subject. Okay, if it is medical point of view, you have to write to me. I will ask, and then I will present it. Okay, so I have to tell you
Okay.
something about one thing you have to be remember. This is general knowledge, okay? Like you have said that the body bone and something. You know, most of our people they are complaining their body paining, hand pain, and all the body they are having pain. So actually, the main reason of that pain is there someone is having my hand is having pain, legs is having pain, and most of the aged people. So if you have to
Yes.
check their lifestyle, so the most important thing is their lifestyle. A lifestyle is what do you mean? We have stopped completely like to move outside in the sun. And sun is one of the most important source of vitamin D. So when you have know that the vitamin D amount is less in your body, so your bone will become weak and you will be having always pain. So this is the most important thing is there. Everybody should have to take sunlight around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, at least 20 to 30 minutes. And also the same, it has to be advised in the family, especially for those people that they are more than 60 years, okay? So they have to take vitamin D supplements. And I bet that when if someone is having like they are on the bed and they are unable to walk, but if they have to do some vitamin D supplements and they have to take properly vitamin D, that when the sunlight for 6 months, it will start running.
Okay. Very
Sir, I
nice.
have one question.
Yeah.
Uh, this, sunlight, it should be taken on the naked body, or, if let's suppose we wear the cloth, etc., and our hand is only exposed to the sun. It's enough?
Yeah, if it is with the naked body, so it is very, very good. If it is not possible, so you have not to say that I have to avoid it. Something you have to take it. Okay, you have to like if you have to take, you can make body, so that is the most important. If it is very good, but if it is not, but you have to take it. But it is always. I was there was a conference was there in PTDC Peshawar, especially for that vitamin D pass. So I was also there that all throughout the world, all that specialists they came, okay, and I was hearing their lecture. So the thing was that okay, they were saying like believe me, that one is like the the world top doctor. They are saying we are using vitamin D supplements in our home, and that is the main like one doctor he asked, okay, like there was a debate. Okay, one doctor was like they are in the favor of vitamin D. They are he was giving that one is some logics. One they gave a topic, okay, against the vitamin D. So the person who came, he has to give the against the vitamin D topics. He said, okay, when I was coming yesterday morning from my house, I asked my daughter and wife, okay, you have to take vitamin D supplements. You got my point. So that is vitamin D supplement and sunlight. They are the most important things are there. Ishfaq in our areas, mostly the people is having body pain and all those problems are there. So that is only vitamin D a problem. Like I have to tell you something, okay? When you have to take, when you have to bring some, this one is chicken, okay? That one farm, that one is poultry chicken. You have to bring it home, okay? So it cannot like running like the ordinary chicken, okay? That in villages or something. But after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, when he become to exposed to the light, he also become champion. He will also start running. Ishfaq, have you observed these
Yes,
things?
yes, I observe. Once you bring it from, the farm,
Yeah,
the chicken sit on one side, and he
yeah,
cannot run. And once we cook that, their bones are very, soft. If you
yes,
want to try to,
yeah, yeah,
it's
exactly.
really soft. Yes.
Yeah,
And
so
this other chicken, which is, in our house and our areas, there is bone, the bones of those chicken are very strong.
Yes, exactly. So their bones they are taking vitamin D regularly. That is the main reason is there. To be honest, Ishfaq, we are using in our home, okay, vitamin D, whatever our family is there. The most important 99% is like the deficiency. We are having body pain. This one is weak bones and all those things. This is only because of vitamin D. And someone is having my body pain, 6 months he has to take sunlight regularly and take some vitamin D supplements. He will become like a champion.
So should we start supplements?
Yeah, if suppose you are not exposing that much, okay, and your body is tanning, okay, like you are
Actually,
getting
no,
like tan regularly in legs
actually,
and all
you
those
know,
things.
yes, we are in Saudi, in Bahrain, Saudi. Here the sun, light is very intense. And if you expose you for 6 months here, so you'll become just like Sudan.
Not like for 10 minutes or something, okay? For
Yes,
10 minutes you have to use it, at least for 10 minutes. Morning time 10 o'clock, but at least you have to use it. And second thing is there you have to use Ishfaq dairy product is the most important source of calcium. So calcium and those things, okay, that we have the most 99% our body that when what we are getting it is from lifestyle. Either we are diabetic, it is also lifestyle. Either we have high blood pressure, it is also lifestyle. So these all those things are body pain. This is totally lifestyles.
hmm.
All those things. Ishfaq, you know why I'm talking about these things that I'm. That is the main reason.
Yeah, you are
Yeah,
very nice. You are elaborating all the things, and it is obvious it's our lifestyle that impacts our lives, and we can't do anything. And we are going to the doctors and taking painkillers and like that, and we are away from the nature. So you are right. Very nice. Very nice.
Imran Aslam, actually my wife is a doctor, okay? So we have always like sometime a discussion is here, okay? So most of
Okay.
the time she's saying, okay, like she never ever like go for that one is like most of the people is having that one is the problem with the lifestyle. And lifestyle is like it is like something like it is horrible, like you have to use 40 minutes daily walking, 40 minutes jogging, you should have to do it. You have to control your diet, that what you need actually after 30 years, 30 to 35 years, you have to be totally change your habits that time. So if your family is having diabetic or high blood pressure or any problem, so if suppose someone is having in family histories there like diabetic, high blood pressure or heart problem or something there, so he has to be in 30s. He has to monitor his body index. He has to monitor his regularly walk. He has to monitor their food habits, and he has to monitor their
Hmm.
stress. Those things they have to monitor. Believe me, you will never get it all the same. I have to share with you my own. I was in Oman. My weight was 106 kg. So when I did the fasting blood sugar, so it was 113. It was so it was almost reaching
Okay.
to the boundary level. So can you believe it? I dropped it. That one is within 2 months. I dropped it to 93 within 1.5 or 2 months.
Oh,
When I did it, it my sugar level it dropped it to 92. So you got my
okay.
point, okay? So if
Yes. Yes.
you have to drop one
Hmm.
kg weight, okay? So in the same 1 kg weight, you will drop 2 to 3 point. You will your BP will come down, your sugar level will come down. So it is totally depend upon our lifestyle,
Oh, yes.
nothing more than.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. So I think this is a recorded session, and everybody is not present today. It's missing that very nice, good elaboration, all the things. So
Yeah.
if Abdulatif bhai, once a moment I forget that you are not engineer, you are a doctor.
Yeah, this is the reason is that my BSc was in biochemistry, then I did MBA. But for the long time, okay, when I was in student himself, since that time I was involved in teaching, and then also when you have some family member is also there, so even my son is there when someone is coming in house or when he is going with his mother to hospital. So when someone is asking that I have this much problem, he's a 5-year-old, but believe me, he will not prescribe the medicine, but he will prescribe that one, that what you have to avoid it. Like if suppose you have to say that I have this one is some stomach problem, so he will suddenly say that okay, you have to eat less, you have to do this thing, this things. Okay, so it also came to him. So that is the thing is here. Any other you have something? So that is generally something like we have explained here. Okay, today that one is like it is also important for the life. The most important thing is the life. So lifestyle is the most important thing. And stress is one of the biggest thing. Okay, always try to avoid stress. I'm also trying to avoid stress. Stress is the main, they are trigger BP, they are trigger sugar level and all those things.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I
So
think it's enough for today. I have too much, severe headache, and it's very difficult for me to maintain the session. If you continue, you can continue. I think for today's enough, and tomorrow we'll try
I
to
think
explain
yes, Abdulatif Bhai has
hazard
explained very well, and he's also tired. So I think we will hang off
studies.
today and, for the rest of the session. Then we will take tomorrow, inshallah.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Yes, tomorrow I will explain this hazard study and
okay.
fault analysis, event analysis. These three
Yeah,
topics. Okay.
mashallah. Very nice.
I will
Jazakallah.
prepare
Very
that
nice.
and inshallah it will be very clear to you.
Okay, okay. Very
It's very
nice.
important for an exam, these three topics.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
yes.
Raj.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Shwabi. Thank you,
Okay. Thank
Abdulatif
you.
Bhai. बहुत
Thank you.
शुक्रिया.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Allah
Shwabi bhai.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. Jazakallah.